So over the last couple of years, we've talked quite a bit about Jada Pinkett Smith and her often very strange relationship with not only her husband Will, but also her family. And I guess we could even throw her ex-soulmate gone too soon Tupac in there.
Jada's my heart, you know what I mean? She will be my friend for my whole life.
Well, maybe I'll be down to scoop you up later in life. You ain't all shriveled up.
We'll be all together.
Be like Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee.
Vic, you know you always got a place in my heart.
She can have my one heart, my liver, my lungs, my kidneys, my blood, marrow.
Basically, Jada is constantly embarrassing not only Will, but really her entire family. And recently, yet another headline involving her name really caught my eye. Jaden Smith opens up about his mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, introducing him to psychedelics. Yes, you guys heard me right. Allegedly, she had that boy Jaden off that tab. And let's see exactly what he meant by that quote.
Jada Pinkett Smith is at the center of her family's trips, and we don't mean vacations. The actress shares 24-year-old son Jaden and 22-year-old daughter Willow with Will Smith. And according to USA Today, while speaking at the Psychedelic Science Conference in Denver, Colorado on June 23rd, Jaden revealed it was Jada who introduced him to psychedelics.
Of course, Jaden was speaking at the Psychedelic Science Conference with his, oh, let's talk about the state of the universe looking ass.
I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just kind of just... I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about, like, the political and economic state of the world right now?
Nah, seriously though, I know a lot of people do like to meme on Jaden, they like to make fun of him. But to be honest, I think he's a pretty genuine guy who cares about other people. He does all these different things to help those in need. He makes some decent music, he does some decent acting work. And let's be honest, he turned out a lot better than a lot of these other Nepo babies that are just straight douchebags.
Per the outlet, he recalled, I think it was my mom, actually, that was really the first one to make that step for the family. It was just her for a really, really long time, and then eventually it just trickled and evolved, and everybody found it in their own ways.
Yeah, I'm sure they mostly found it at some of these insane Hollywood parties where who knows what goes on. For me, it's hard to imagine me just sitting back chilling in the house knowing that my mom is shrooming over in the next room. Like, oh, when you said we were gonna go on a family trip, I didn't know this is what you meant. And I wanna know, do you guys think there's a big difference between something like this and a parent just being like drunk in front of their kid? I mean, growing up, my parents were literally always sober. They didn't smoke, they didn't drink, they didn't do absolutely anything. Till this day, they're just always sober. And that's definitely influenced me throughout my life. Not to say that there isn't good discoveries to be made through the Green Goddess, through some of those magic mushrooms. But I do think that if you have an addictive personality like me that kind of just runs in my family, you definitely need to proceed with caution when it comes to these different substances. And your own mother of all people introducing you to such things, to me, is pretty insane.
And it looks like Jaden's story checks out. During a 2021 episode of Red Table Talk, Jada opened up about using magic mushrooms 10 years prior to help with her depression.
Unlike just going to therapy and putting people on Prozac, right? Which I did that too. Which that is not successful for so many people. And that's the thing. So for me, I had struggled with depression for so long. You know, I mean, crippling depression. So the thing about the plant medicine is that not only does it help you feel better, but it helps you solve the problems of how you got there in the first place.
And I also want to know how you guys feel about that. Like basically using these more quote-unquote natural remedies as compared to using like a traditional antidepressant that you would get prescribed at the doctor. Me personally, I don't really like the whole concept of antidepressants. I think a lot of it is a ploy for big pharma to make more and more money off people. If they could actually like go into your brain and see where, you know, your chemical imbalance is, and then give you a much more specific dosage catered to your brain than to give you like these blanket medications that are just magically supposed to make everybody feel better.
Meanwhile, during an episode of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction in 2022, Will told David Letterman that around 2011, he did ayahuasca 14 times
Damn,
over
Will.
a 2-year period.
I realized that anything that happens in my life, I can handle it. I can handle any person I lose. I can handle anything that goes wrong in my life. I can handle anything in my marriage. I can handle anything that this life has to offer me.
Damn, that ayahuasca turned Will into a goddamn superhero in his mind. Was he on that when he went up there and slapped Chris Rock?
As for Jaden's takeaway, according to USA Today, he continued, siblings can argue so much and fight so much, and Lord knows me and my siblings have done so much of that in the past. But the level of love and empathy that I can feel for them inside of the psychedelic experiences and outside of the experiences has been something that's profound and beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who willfully dyes their hair this color and dresses like this and buys this type of pink grill, I would think they've done quite a few bit of psychedelics in their life. I also wanted to share this video with you guys. I guess it's kind of just a throwback where Jaden was presumably shrooming. And he says, I love my fans, I love our journeys, this family is our fortress. I should write something about emotions and how they're okay or whatever, but honestly I just found this video on my phone. Still in love video in my bio. And then it's just literally a video of him crying his eyes out. Alright, maybe Jaden does deserve to get memed a little bit. Like, who willfully posts this type of shit online? But I really am curious what you guys think about this entire topic down below. I'm sure we're kind of all over the board in regards to the things we learned from our parents about, you know, trying different substances, or just basically the different things you saw your family do during your lifetime. Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other insane families out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!